So since I think we've all heard enough of Andrew, I'll introduce myself. My name is Jeff, and I'm from Byte. And at Byte, we are changing these guys. Yep, that's a restaurant menu made out of paper. You've probably seen and used one and used it over and over again. But our problem with them is that, well, they're kind of forgettable. They don't help the restaurant dining experience. Another problem, well, restaurants spend thousands and thousands of dollars every year printing and reprinting these paper menus, only to have to reprint them again if something changes. But it kind of makes sense why we're still using paper menus today. Because tech is kind of hard. Tech can be kind of scary. And for a busy restaurateur who faces 66% staff attrition every year, the last thing you want to do is introduce something complex to do something as simple as updating a menu. So I'd like to tell you a little story. Delania. They're a fantastic pizza restaurant up in New Haven, Connecticut. That's where I'm from. And if you haven't been there before, well, you might think that they use paper menus as well. Well, they did, up until a couple months ago. But they wanted to know deeper about what the guests are looking at on their menus. They want to know what the guests don't look at and how to introduce a new item effectively. So we redesigned what a menu should be. We put menus on iPads, and immediately guests, you and I, fell in love with using iPads. Well, to be honest, I think we all love screens anyways, right? So it's not a stretch there. But guests were actually thrilled at seeing pictures of their food, looking at stories and other things to recommend it, that they didn't look at just the menus before they would order. They would look at it after they ordered and order again. And these orders started adding up to the tune of $50,000 for this restaurant alone. That's a 3% revenue. And since they're already at capacity all the time, we just doubled a restaurant's margin. Let me say that again. We doubled a restaurant's margin. And launching new products. Well, we do things like recommend and pair items together to help you as a guest round out your dining experience. But also for them, they know that people are now going to look at every item on their menu. We saw a 600% increase in visibility. But the best takeaway for launching digital menus at Delania was one word. It was easy. They told us that they loved how easy it was to update a menu with something just as simple as their cell phones already in their pocket. Just 2 taps, they could take away or add an item to that night's dinner menu. That's revolutionary in this space. So over the last 9 months, well, we've been growing. We're now serving over 10,000 tables every month who get to use and experience our Byte menus. And we collect 200,000 data points. Data points that allow us to paint a better guest picture and profile, but also allows us to give insights back to the restaurant on who their guests are. And yes, this market is massive. We take a look around, there's restaurants all over the place in the US. We know we're not for everybody. So we're starting with the 340,000 strong full-service restaurants. And that still translates to a $2 billion market opportunity for us. But as I learned in B school, if you have a good market, you have some competition. Well, some of our competitors put games on tablets, or they serve up the robotic airport experience, or they're just kind of uninteresting to begin with. And that's not why we got into this space. The Byte team and I got into this to make a better dining experience. And we know that we're doing that. Now, our product is pretty different for a tech company because it's so highly visible. Restaurant owners are also restaurant guests. They can go to a restaurant, use our menus, see their buddies using it, and instantly they're intrigued. Hey, is it working for you? And so we want to start putting that network of customers that we've built who love us into our sales force. So we're starting a commission and partnership program to help us scale and also make our customers thought leaders in the space. Our business model also reflects the simplicity of what we're trying to do. For just $20 per month per tablet, we can offer the hardware, the software, and everything in between. The average revenue for us is $600 per restaurant. That leads to a lifetime value of over $21,000. That's pretty good value for us, but it's great value for the restaurants we're helping day in, day out. Now, I'd love to tell you a bit more about me than just my name. I'm Jeff, but I had a background in Fortune 500 marketing before, commercializing and launching new brands. And that was before doing B school, but then I started Byte. Our CTO comes from Hulu. He was one of the first engineers there and built Hulu for iOS. And our VP of product, Steve, he was not only a fantastic designer, but also an engineer and led Chrome Analytics. But that's a lot of good news coming from us. What have our customers been saying themselves? Our customers have been saying, well, they love the flexibility of using us. They loved how easy it was. They love that their guests love it and love this experience. And what was really cool for us to find out as I was putting this together, well, guests have been writing reviews on Yelp about using a menu. Think about that for just a second. You write a review about using a menu. That was cool. So now we are looking forward to taking some of that enthusiasm and excitement to launch into a seed round, which will allow us to expand into more restaurants and grow out the team, and ultimately get better insights and better data. So the next time you guys go to a restaurant, the restaurant can give you that better dining experience. If you want to check us out and see what the future of dining holds and check out this experience, come visit us at our booth after. Thank you so much.